Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Paulymath Show. In this episode, we're going to do an unboxing and a first look at the Sennheiser EW112p wireless microphone set. Before we dive into the box, essentially what this is, it's a professional level wireless microphone solution that I want to test out. I've been using this wired mic that I have on right now. But I don't like the fact that it's connected to a cable. I don't like the fact that I'm wired, and if I stand up or if I'm moving around, I don't want to be tied down to a cable. So I looked into some wireless microphones and I tried out more of a consumer level wireless mic from Sony that was about $100, and I didn't really like it. It kept cutting in and out. The signal just it kept losing signal. So as I was talking, it would basically lose the signal for about half a second, which is really annoying. So I wanted to find a good microphone solution that's going to be reliable. So I picked up this Sennheiser. It was recommended to me by a few people. One of which is Andy Jenkins, who basically recommends this as his as a good microphone solution to get. So we're going to dive in and take a look at what's inside the box. All right, so first of all, and I'll grab my little codec here in a second and I'll zoom in, but first of all, we've got the instruction manual, additional information, just different information about the channel. So instruction manual, and here we have the actual microphone system. So one of these is the transmitter, and the other one is the receiver. This would be the transmitter. So basically, it comes with two of these. One is the transmitter, and one is the receiver. So essentially, you clip this to your belt, and there's a microphone jack here that you plug the microphone into, and then this thing basically mounts to the camera. And there's a cable that connects this to the microphone input on the camera itself. So it comes with these two. Now they're pretty heavy duty. Like the casing on this, you can't see it on the camera, but the casing on this is made out of metal. They're pretty heavy, like not heavy, but heavy duty. Like you can tell they're not cheap. They're not cheaply made. The little flap here on the front is made out of plastic, but everything else is kind of made out of metal casing. So it comes with these two batteries, which I'll just plug in right now. And we'll turn this thing on. It's got a backlit display. And we'll get this one going as well. Turn it on. So it's got the backlight display on it. There's a camera mount. This is actually kind of cool because I was wondering how I was going to mount this thing to the actual camera. It has like a little mounting bracket that goes on top. I'm assuming this goes on top of the camera, just above the microphone, kind of where you mount a light or a flash or something like that. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a flash on a video camera, but same kind of bracket, I think. So that's kind of cool that you can just put that'll sit on top, and then I won't have to do anything fancy for setting it up. So that'll go like that. And then we've got it comes with I think these are called XLR cables, if I'm not mistaken. The camera that I'm using doesn't use this kind of input, but it does have one like that. It's so if you have a camera that uses these, I'll double check the name of it. I think these are called XLRs. It does come with the standard cable. Yeah, I'll open these up. I'll grab my codec in a second. I'll zoom in on these, but it does come with standard cables like this, where it just uses 3.5 or 3.5 millimeter jacks. So Cables look pretty good. So you can either use this kind of connector or the standard 3.5 millimeter. And it does come with a microphone as well. So yeah, it comes with a microphone. I'll open this up. So it comes with a microphone, and that basically just plugs into the transmitter, which is this one here. So that just plugs right into the transmitter, and you wire it up. And it comes with a little clip for it. I'll actually grab the, let me grab the codec and I'll zoom in for you guys so you can see what it looks like. All right, so this is the transmitter. So at the top here, there is a mute button, and that's where you plug in the microphone. So if you can, just a mute switch. On the front, it's got the backlit display. This flips open. This is where you turn it on or off. And I think this set button is to sync the two of them together. I haven't read the manual, so I'm not really sure all the features of how to set things up yet. But so this is the transmitter that you wear. This is the receiver that you wear. Same thing. You open it up, and there's the on-off button and the set button there. And this thing has the AF out. So that basically plugs, so you plug that into the AF out, and then this plugs into your camera on the microphone input. And this is what the microphone looks like. So standard 3.5 millimeter jack for the microphone, and then this is what the microphone looks like. And it comes with a little clip and this little microphone shield. I'll actually take it out of the bag here. I'll put the camera down for 1 sec, guys. Alright, sorry about that. So now you can see the shield. It comes with like a little, I don't know if I can zoom in on that, little microphone shield. There you go, I think that's better. So that mounts on top of the mic, and that's the little clip that helps you clip it to your shirt collar. All right, and this is what the mount looks like for the camera. So that just fits on top of the camera on top. So there we go. That's what, and this is, yeah, this is the, what I think is called the XLR cable. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get wired up to this thing, and we'll test it out to see if, I'm not really sure if there's any setup I need to do, but hopefully it'll just be plug and play. I should be able to just turn it on and hopefully it works. I don't know, I haven't played with I don't know if I'm going to have to play with the gain settings on the microphone input. That right now they're all adjusted for this microphone that I'm using. Actually, they're not even totally tweaked for the microphone I'm using, but I'll switch it to this wireless mic set, and we'll see. Hopefully the settings are okay on the camera. So I'm going to pause the video here, and I'll be right back with plugged into the wireless setup. All right, guys, so I'm back. Now I'm wired up to the Sennheiser microphone right now. As I said, this is just an initial test. I haven't had time to check the gain settings on it to make sure that the volume's right. I'm not really sure if it's even working properly. I'm assuming so. I saw there's a little display on the transmitter, which I have. I'll just show you guys what it looks like. I have it basically attached to my belt. So there's like a little display here that shows as I'm speaking. There's like a little volume gauge on it, and I saw the other one bouncing up and down on the receiver as well. So I'm assuming it's working. I won't know until I actually go to edit this video. So hopefully it works. I'm just going to assume that it's working right now, and you guys can hear me. Some of the cool features of this thing that I just wanted to point out. One of the main things I read up on was that this transmitter or the receiver on this has something called adaptive diversity. What it basically means is that it actually uses two antennas. So on the receiver, it receives the signal through two different antennas, and then it picks the best quality signal to output to the camera. And when I read up on it, that's kind of a big deal for wireless microphones. It's supposed to improve the quality of the audio and to make it more stable in sense of that you're not going to get any signal cut out. The thing that I was wondering about though, until I got this box, is if you remember, the receiver, just like this transmitter, only has one antenna on it. So I was wondering, how does it do what is it called, adaptive diversity? How does it do adaptive diversity with only one antenna? And I just read that it's through the second wire that you plug in that goes to the camera. It's actually using the wire as an antenna. So kind of a smart feature. I've seen a couple other companies that have two antennas and then the third wire for the wire that plugs into the camera, but Sennheiser just decided to use they've already got another wire being plugged into it, so why not use that as the antenna? So that's kind of cool. The battery life on these is supposed to last 8 hours, so I'll be testing that out. It runs on two AA batteries. I'll have a much better, I'll play around with these, I'll test them out. I want to see what the range is on these. They're supposed to be somewhere around anywhere between 150 to 200 feet before they start cutting out. Now, in most cases, I'm only going to be using them about this distance, maybe 6 to 8 feet maximum. So I don't think I'm ever going to reach the levels of having to go somewhere 100 feet. But if I ever need it, it's there. And the problems that I had with the small Sony one, that $100 Sony wireless one, is it wasn't a range thing. I was using it really close up. It was cutting out even at like 1 foot, from here to here, or even when I put the receiver and the transmitter like a couple of inches apart, it would still cut out on the sometimes cut out on the audio signal. So I don't think it's an issue of distance with those ones. If you get a cheap wireless microphone setup, you're going to be frustrated with the results. So if you're going to go wireless, I recommend going to something at least like this Sennheiser. So I'll end the video here. I hope you guys can hear what I'm saying right now. I hope the microphone is working. And once I give it a better test and test it on a few videos, I'll have a more in-depth review for you guys, okay? So that's it for this episode of the Paulymath Show, and I'll see you guys in the next one.